Alright, let's go over the spec here. We have made a Myrmidon of the Titan variety here. Let's start at the beginning. What skills did we take? What does he do? Berserk, that is a big part of being a Myrmidon. When we use this, we heal for 90% of the damage that we're dealing when we are berserking. But we cannot heal up with this. So if we use this on 50% health, we're capped on 50% health. Like we don't get to heal over that. But it does make us very, very tanky when we are berserk and when we're leeching, right? Together with that, we have Neck Slash. That is a heavy damage skill we can only use when we are berserking. We have 2 passive clusters in here. Alright, on to the next one. The Serrated Blade. Damaging ability, it deals extra damage against bleeding targets and a personal damage modifier debuff of 10% to the target, so that means they will take 10% increased damage. Down here we have the Arcing Slash, 2-part attack. The first one just deals the damage, the second one is a whirlwind that will hit multiple enemies and apply a bleed to them. Then we have the Bloody Swipe in here, which is an execute ability, only the second part though, very short cooldown, 1 second. If we hit with the secondary ability, we get 10% basic attack damage increase. We have more passives up here, some strength, etc., and constitution, and all kinds of good stuff. We have taken the Opportunist passive in here. We get 10% physical armor pen for 10 seconds when we attack a crowd-controlled target. Then we go to the middle here for Colossus Smash, which is our gap closer, and it stuns when we land the hit. Then the promotion class we have here, we get extra attack power, we get to use axes or maces, and then the enhancements. Whirlwind causes increased damage and a stacking buff that increases fury regen. And the Neck Slash is now resettable during our berserk. That is our big hit. Usually we only get to enable that during berserk, but now we get to refresh the cooldown with a number of abilities. The berserk itself gets changed as well. We get a damage bonus each second for the damage we deal. All the damage that we take is healed up every second, and we cannot drop below 1 health. The drawback is at the end of the berserk, we take all of the damage that it has prevented in one go, but we do get to stop this crash with either our ultimate or a raging bull, or the pulverize ability. Let's go over here. The Titan's passive. We get a stacking buff when we attack a bleeding enemy that increases ferocious cuts, savage swings, and cross gashes. Those are just the names for our basic attacks. And the Neck Slash, 3% per stack for 25 stacks, 30-second duration. So that is a lot of extra damage on those abilities. And then the Pulverize in here, it is a charged up attack with 100% crit mod when we charge it up, over 66%. But the important part about this is that we prevent the Berserkin crash. The next one we have here is more damage, just a passive cluster. And we have taken the Wind Domain to unlock, most importantly, a Freedom Fighter. Because when we engage, we want to be spinning, we want to be whirlwinding to apply bleeds and get our buffs stacking. We need to be CC immune to do that, or we're just going to get locked down and not get all of our buffs. So we have free action in here that does exactly that. 9 seconds of crowd control immunity for myself and the group. Additionally, there's a Purify in there that increases my physical resist and it removes some debuffs. And the top number in here, it is pretty reasonable major. My bar is full of ability, so I had to take a passive in here. We heal a little bit whenever we suffer ACC. Well, not ACC, knockdown, stun, blind, or suppress, so not like slows or roots. And we get extra resolve when we are affected by CC. The resolve means that the next CC will have less duration on us. We have Spirit Whip in here to splash our auto attack, and we have Underdog in here to increase our attack power after we use a after we suffer a knockdown or a stun. So that is all the whole setup. I have done a max strength and the rest into dex just for damage. As you can see, we have almost 10,000 health. That is quite a big health pool already. So we can just put all the points into damage. All right. So how does this play? You wanna pop your buffs before you go in. Damage buff, free action, jump into the team. Then we do our spinning to winning, and then we stack up our Titan strength to 25. As when it reaches 25, you kind of cancel out of that with the Berserk. That opens up the neck breaking ability. We apply an auto attack damage buff to ourselves. We apply a damage reduction debuff to our target, and then we can start doing some real damage. Our auto attacks get super enhanced by the Titan strength, as well as the neck slash. As you can see, for being naked, that deals a lot of damage. So the Berserk here opens up the number 4 ability, which is the neck slash. Our third auto attack refreshes that one again. It is a very heavy hitting ability, worth to play around with. So you reset that with your auto attacks, or alternatively, you reset that one with the execute ability. When we engage, after we Berserk, I will use the neck slash, because it is a heavy hitting ability. Then we use the bloody swipe to get the 10% basic attack damage buff on us, and we use the serrated blade to debuff our enemy. And then it is a question of do you just auto attack or do you use some other abilities? But because of the stacking buff that we get, the Titan strength right here, that increases our auto attack damage by a lot. We just wanna auto attack and use the neck slash. Those are like the heavy hitting abilities. Now there is one thing that is important. You need to stop the crash from the Berserk, because when you engage, when you go in there, you get your buffs up, and then you Berserk. You're taking a lot of damage. The Berserk is preventing most of that, and you're also life stealing a lot. But at the end, you see a duration there. You need to cancel that by either charging up this little pulverize ability that stops all the damage you're taking from your Berserk, or alternatively, you can use your ultimate. This also stops the crash from happening. So it is kind of straightforward. You pop buffs. You jump in there, you do damage, but you do have to keep your buffs under control. Get your Titan strength up to 25, cancel out of that, and then apply the good kind of DPS, resetting the neck slash, getting the buffs going, and preventing the crash with your charged up ability. It is a lot safer to use your ultimate to prevent the crash, because the charge up of the pulverize could get interrupted, and when you do take the berserking damage crash, you're gonna be in a lot of problems, because you just take all of the damage that you have been taking during that whole berserk window, which lasts for 10 seconds in one go. So that could just kill you, right? You have to be careful of that. So like I said, kind of straightforward, but you still have to keep a good eye on buffs, debuffs, and your cooldowns and everything. It's fun to play and has a lot of damage output. Maybe one of the highest damage output of the melee classes. This guy is a force to be reckoned with.